Every time you try to sign up for a website, leave a comment, or buy tickets online, you've probably seen it. A small box asking you to prove you're human. Maybe it's a scrambled jumble of letters or a grid of images showing traffic lights or bicycles. It's annoying, sure, but it's one of the most important tools keeping the internet safe. And despite all the advances in artificial intelligence, robots still struggle to beat it. Why? This tiny test might seem insignificant, but it plays a massive role in protecting websites, online services, and even our personal data. Let's dive in and uncover the reasons behind Captcha's existence and its ongoing battle with robots. Why Captcha exists. Captcha, which stands for Completely Automated Public Turing Test to tell computers and humans apart, was created to solve a serious problem. Bots. Automated programs can flood websites with fake accounts, spam comment sections, scrape content, or even try to steal passwords. Without a way to separate humans from machines, bots could dominate online systems, leaving real users frustrated or excluded. The internet is full of opportunities: shopping, social media, gaming, banking. But it's also a playground for automated programs designed to exploit these platforms. Bots can operate at incredible speed, completing tasks in seconds that would take humans minutes or hours. Imagine bots buying all the tickets to a concert, claiming limited edition items before anyone else has a chance, or spamming thousands of fake reviews in an instant. Captcha exists to slow them down and protect real users. Moreover, bots aren't just annoying, they can be dangerous. They can attempt credential stuffing, which is when hackers try millions of stolen usernames and passwords to gain access to accounts. They can also scrape sensitive information, launch denial-of-service attacks, or manipulate online polls. By creating a simple test that differentiates humans from machines, Captcha reduces the risk of these attacks and keeps websites safer for everyone. How Captchas work. At its core, Captcha relies on a key difference. Humans are excellent at recognizing patterns and context, while machines struggle with unpredictability and distortion. Early Captchas relied on distorted text. Letters and numbers were twisted, overlapped with lines, or combined with random dots. Humans could read them easily because our brains can recognize patterns even when letters look unusual. Bots, however, often failed because early algorithms could not handle visual noise or irregular shapes. As AI advanced, Captchas had to evolve. Text-based tests were increasingly vulnerable to bots trained with optical character recognition or neural networks. In response, developers introduced image-based Captchas, where users must identify objects like traffic lights, buses, or bicycles. Humans excel at recognizing objects in context, even if they are partially blocked, rotated, or poorly lit. Machines, however, often require extensive training datasets to recognize these objects reliably, and even then, unusual angles or distortions can confuse them. The principle is always the same. A Captcha challenge should be easy for humans but hard for machines. Developers constantly tweak designs to exploit the human brain's strengths: pattern recognition, spatial understanding, and cognitive flexibility, while creating tasks that are unpredictable and inconsistent enough to confound automated systems. Behavioral Captchas. Captchas have evolved beyond letters and images. Behavioral Captchas analyze how a user interacts with a website. For instance, the "I'm not a robot" checkbox may look simple, but it tracks subtle cues: mouse movements, scrolling patterns, keystroke timing, and even pauses in interaction. Humans naturally move unpredictably, with slight variations and imperfections. Bots, in contrast, operate with mechanical precision and uniformity. By detecting these differences, behavioral Captchas can determine whether the user is human without forcing them to solve visual puzzles. Some systems even operate invisibly, running in the background while you browse. These invisible Captchas monitor your behavior across pages, clicks, and cursor movements. Humans don't even realize they're being tested, but bots trying to mimic human behavior often fail because they can't replicate subtle, natural randomness. This makes it possible to improve security without creating frustrating barriers for legitimate users. Why robots struggle. Even with advanced AI, robots struggle with Captcha for several reasons. First, humans process information holistically. We combine sight, context, and prior experience to make sense of distorted letters, obscure objects, or unusual instructions. Machines, on the other hand, rely on algorithms trained on fixed datasets. When Captcha introduces random distortions, unfamiliar objects, or behavioral analysis, it exploits gaps in AI's understanding. Second, Captcha designers continuously innovate. Randomized letter shapes, changing backgrounds, rotated or overlapped images, and invisible behavior tracking all make it difficult for automated programs to succeed consistently. Even bots using machine learning can solve only certain types of challenges, and attempts to scale this solution require huge computational resources. For most attackers, the effort outweighs the reward. Another reason robots fail is unpredictability. Humans can infer meaning from incomplete data. For example, if part of a letter is hidden behind lines, we still recognize it. If an image contains a partially obscured object, we can identify it instantly. Bots, however, struggle with partial information and rely on pixel-perfect analysis, which is prone to error. Captcha and fairness. Captchas aren't just about security, they're also about fairness. Without them, bots could monopolize resources like ticket sales, limited edition products, or online promotions. Humans would constantly lose out to machines operating at speeds far beyond our capabilities. Captcha ensures that access is based on human interaction, giving real users a fair chance. Additionally, Captchas protect digital services from abuse. Online forums, review platforms, and social media sites rely on user-generated content. Bots can manipulate these systems, creating fake reviews, spamming discussions, or even swaying polls. By filtering out automated activity, Captchas help maintain trust, authenticity, and quality in online communities. The arms race, bots versus Captcha. The battle between Captcha developers and bot creators is ongoing. Bots are increasingly sophisticated, using neural networks, computer vision, and AI to try to solve challenges. Some can bypass simpler text or image Captchas, but as challenges become more complex, they fail more often. Captcha designers respond by adding new distortions, randomized layouts, and behavioral monitoring. It's a constant back and forth, a digital cat-and-mouse game. Even advanced AI struggles with subtle human behaviors and contextual understanding. While a bot can identify a stop sign in a clear image, it may fail when the sign is partially hidden behind a tree or seen at an unusual angle. Captcha leverages these real-world variations to maintain an advantage for humans. The future of Captcha. The future of Captcha is evolving toward smoother, less intrusive user experiences. Invisible Captchas, biometric verification, and behavioral analysis reduce frustration while maintaining security. Developers aim to keep humans safe online without forcing them to struggle through complex puzzles. AI may continue improving, but human cognitive skills, pattern recognition, context understanding, and adaptability remain hard to replicate. Captcha will continue to exploit these skills, ensuring that humans can interact safely with digital systems while keeping bots at bay. Every distorted letter, every tricky image grid, and every subtle behavioral cue is part of a sophisticated system keeping the internet safe. Captcha codes exist to stop bots, prevent abuse, and maintain fairness online. Even as AI advances, these tiny tests remain a critical line of defense in the ongoing battle between humans and machines. The next time you click "I'm not a robot," remember, you're part of one of the internet's most important security measures, proving that human intelligence still rules over automation. If you found this video interesting, hit like and subscribe for more amazing videos.